Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Jets. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Check curls, check curls, check curls, check.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Prescott to throw on fourth. That incomplete. He finds Sharp. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Prescott going to come up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long for Prescott. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
General West. You don't see me in your nightmare. Check 43. 5. Yep. 44 is the mic. It's just me. Now.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards.
First down, Jets.
On the ready.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 10-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready. You're out. 90 wolf. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go. than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
Now Leonard Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 36, Prescott. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Okay, ready? 44 Mike. Check. Hey, defense. X3. 218. Chop it. Right on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready to break. Let's get it. 44, Mike, 44.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, deep. Rock it. 22 jet bombers, 22 jets. Ready?
Now Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
50, plant. Go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They run. It's Williams. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Check like 39. I got you, son. Kill.
This is Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
I know you feel that.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Come on, set. 30 base. Blue draw Corkers. You ever get tired of seeing me? Jim.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, box drop, get it.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's going to go down again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Look at me. Zipper. Joker. Big ass.
Again, it's Williams. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. On the toss, here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Under 10. Check 9. Check. Ready.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's just me and you. Hey, Haywood. Take over.
Minshew sets to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Pushes past him. He gets away from one. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hatchet. Kill. Hey, 47. 57 the mark. 26.
From the 29, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Score.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hey, here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 38, Prescott. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Here we go, 46. Check right, 39. Come on. 39. Coming to you. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
47.
Prescott. Shark's got it left side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it makes the score 21-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Short kick, it's taken to the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Get wide. Hey, Echo.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in touchdown, New York. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Watch out. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And Shark calls it in. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Any weapons? Rush in. Rush in.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. It's Williams on the catch. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
X3, 218, chopper.
Minshew throwing on third down. Looking deep for Demaryius. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. We're going to 54. Why?
First down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Prescott completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A first down throw for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Calais Campbell on the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? that these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Jets, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.